What's going on, guys? It's Mike for SimRacing604 and welcome back to rFactor 2. The good folks behind this title reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try a little bit of early access content. So you are looking at the new BTCC cars and tracks that will be available to the public next week. And I got a few days early access with them, so I'm going to try them out in this video. We have the Infiniti that you're seeing at the center of your screen here, and there is also a Toyota, and we've got two tracks to go along with these two BTCC cars. We have Donington Park and we have Brands Hatch, so I'll do just some practice laps at each of those with either car. So very cool. It'll be coming to you next week, available as paid DLC for rFactor 2, and yeah, really cool. And thank you to the folks at Studio 397 for the early access to this content. So let's go ahead and jump on track. Alright guys, so here we are at Donington Park on board the Infiniti Q50. I've done some warm-up laps here, just some sort of installation laps. Sent a whole bunch of other Infinitis and a few other Toyotas out there to compete against, and we'll take a look at the track, share my thoughts on the car, and as you probably hear, the sounds have taken a massive step forward here in rFactor 2. It's not necessarily the best showcase car for sounds, but a good one nonetheless, and you'll hear some pretty cool transmission whine and things like that. Woo. Little dance there, managed to hold on to it. And you'll see it's a pretty smoking version of Donington. I think they really nailed it. This is among the best tracks in this sim, I'm sure. In both the Automobilista 2 and the ACC versions of this track, we have planes taking off in the background from this angle as you look towards the airport, of course. But nothing here in rFactor 2, but that's fine. Otherwise, a pretty gorgeous track. I think they, like I said, I think they really did a great job with it. And one of my favorite British tracks, probably second only to Silverstone, I would say. And yeah, so I'm definitely glad to have it here in rFactor 2. Alright, really hoping to see some traffic here somewhere. If not, I'll see if I can beat my 139, which I should be able to smoke as long as I can keep the lap clean. The car is a little more lively than you might be used to. It's far from razor's edge, but at the same time you punch that throttle a little too soon on corner exit, and it will go around on you, so you gotta watch it a bit. And one of my few complaints about this track is the signage. And I get it, it's a promotional tool. You want people to share videos and have Studio 397, Motorsport Games, Traction, rFactor 2, all that in the background, but it's a bit excessive here. It'd be nice if they toned down the banners by at least half. But the detailing, the trackside detail is fantastic. I don't think any other version of Donington that I know of has this much trackside detail. Right down to the motorhomes on some of the hills. Or, I'm trying to think of my British terminology. Is it caravans? Is that right? I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. Just thinking the only reason I know that is because of Snatch. Anyway, here in Canada, it's a motorhome. Oh, there's a car off in the distance. He's probably a good 20 seconds. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit more traffic to contend with here. He's going to be on cold tires, so I should be able to get close to the overtake pretty soon. Braking far too early there. Under braking the car is easy peasy. It's not the fastest to brake, but at the same time, it's very under control. It's under acceleration. That's the only time you gotta watch it. And this is a Toyota. This is a rear view of the Toyota. By the way, I'm gonna try and remember. Whoa, look out, Toyota! I'm gonna try and remember to put some TV cam B-roll footage in the beginning of this video when I do my voiceover, because it looks great. rFactor 2, man, they surprise me sometimes with how good looking the game can be. It's certainly in the lower tier as far as the looks of my racing sims, but yeah, it's made some big strides lately. That's probably going to be a track limit warning. Nope, didn't get it. So no racing action so far, but yeah, hopefully you guys got a good idea of how Donington is looking here in rFactor 2. And again, those transmission sounds, really nice. Do a great job, and it's a cool car overall. If you're a fan of BTCC, this is probably going to have to suffice for now. I believe there is still a BTCC game planned in the future, but the release date has not been confirmed, and I think they even stripped it from the roadmap. Oh, there is an airplane! What do you know? Awesome, good job. Well done, Studio 397. Minor detail, but still cool to have. Can't be the only sim without airplanes taking off at Donington. Love it. So I think I was babbling on about the BTCC game. That Infiniti looks great from the back, eh? Cool looking race car. Speaking of race, whoa, got a little sideways there. Yeah, so probably no game in the immediate future for BTCC, so this is going to have to suffice. So if you're a fan of the series, yeah, this is a good one. Alright. Tired of looking at your lime green behind? And then I just exposed myself to the undercut. Nope. Still behind me. Alright, we'll finish this lap and then do one more. But yeah, this Infiniti drives great. I really love it. And Donington, gorgeous as always. One of my favorite British tracks. And probably in my top 10 overall for tracks, I would say. And yeah, so great to have it in another sim. Hopefully over the next year or so, the BTCC series gets fleshed out a bit here in rFactor 2. A couple more cars. 2022 liveries. Would all go a long way. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, so gorgeous here. And again, the RVs, motorhomes, caravans, whatever you wish to call them, off to the side. Great detail. Lots of marshals on hand as well. And this is the beta version, so it's entirely possible that by the time this is available to the public, the signage will be a little bit less, because I think 1, 2, 3 consecutive rFactor 2 signs, yeah, might be a bit much. Might be a bit much. Alright, what was that lap? Did it break the... Yeah, there we go. 138. Not too bad. Alright, let's check out Brands Hatch in Toyota. So, here we are at Brands Hatch now on board the Toyota BTCC. Come back here, Infiniti. I'm looking for a worthy rival here at Brands. And I have some unfortunate news. It's probably going to lose me some subscribers, or at least get me some nasty comments. I'm not a fan of Brands Hatch. I'm not a fan of Brands Hatch. I know people love it. I know people who it's their favorite track in the world. I don't see it. Go ahead, Toyota, whatever I said was wrong. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of Brands, and that's nothing against what Studio 397 and team have created here. But, yeah, I just don't like this circuit for some reason. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through these laps here. Just gonna probably do... I spent too much time... Come on, Mike, get it together. I spent too much time at Donington having too good of a time in that Infiniti. So I don't want to drag the video on too long, but wanted to give you guys a quick look at Brands Hatch. I can't talk today. It's been a long day. What can I say? I was coaching soccer too, so I'm a little bit tired after a day's work. And apparently this car does not like grass all that much. But yeah, so what's up with Brands? Why don't I like Brands? Well, I don't know. I feel like there's not enough straight sections here. I say that as I'm going down a straight section, but they never last very long. I can never set up overtakes. Generally in the Sim Racing 604 leagues, Brands Hatch is a common track. And when I race here, I never perform well because there's no obvious overtake spots or no easy overtake spots. And maybe that's the point of a racing circuit, is to earn your positions. But yeah, I don't know, just not a fan. But let's talk about what's at hand here. Let's talk about the rFactor 2 version of Brands. And like its counterpart at Donington, this one looks gorgeous. A bit much of the self-branding signage, but yeah, forgiven. If that's the biggest issue, then life is pretty good. And it's interesting because I'm used to driving GT3s here in ACC. It's interesting, like coming up that last hill, that would be nothing to a GT3 car, but you have to push a little bit with these BTCC cars. That was a cut. Was it? No! Amazingly. But yeah, very nice. And the Toyota, it's not as good as the Infiniti, I would say. Still pretty cool. I'm getting some weird sensations in the wheel, by the way, and this is a beta version, so I'll probably report it. But I'm getting a little bit of a pull off center. I didn't have that with the Infiniti, but yeah, overall nice car. But I think I prefer the Infiniti. Although I am liking this a bit more as the tires warm up. Starting to get a little bit more performance out of it. In addition to not being my favorite track, it's also not a track I'm particularly fast at. So I'll be lucky if I can catch that Infiniti in front of me. This hill. Yeah, it just feels like a bit of a struggle here in the Toyota. Let's see if we can catch this guy. He's only a few seconds ahead of me, so I should have him by the end of this lap, I would think, if I can keep it clean. Whoa, that was kind of cool, actually. A little tap on the brake, and it rotated the rear. It's a bit too much of a tap on the brakes though, and it almost over-rotated, but overall, nice physics. And I mean, you expect nothing less, of course, from rFactor 2. Across the board, it's a nice driving sim. you guys didn't see it, I put it in my top 5. I did a top 5 racing sims recently, and rFactor 2 took the top 5, took the number 5 spot in the list. Deservingly so. There's a lot of fantastic cars, and I love driving it. Mostly a hot lapping sim for me at this point, but I still do love it. I am reeling this guy in, slowly but surely. Come on, Infiniti. Can we leave a door open anytime soon? This looks door-ish. No contact. No overtake. So the inside line has got to be it. Got it. That should be it. There we go. Clean. Alright, so we'll cross the finish line here, do one more lap. Yeah, and I'm starting to kind of fall into my groove with this Toyota. Like to try it more at Donington sometime. But for now, feeling cool. And again, that trackside detail looks fantastic. I love seeing all the spectators. Love seeing all the marshals. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm running dangerously close to having a good time at Brands Hatch. I can't let that happen. I need to stick to my guns. Need a mantra. Brands Hatch sucks. Brands Hatch sucks. You're not having a good time, Mike. You're not having a good time. You're not finding faster lines each lap. Pushing a little bit harder. None of this is happening. Oh yes, I cannot hold the smile. This is turning out to be a pretty fun vehicle at a pretty fun track. Well, now what am I going to complain about? Taxes. It's tax season. That sucks. Let's talk about taxes in the middle of a sim racing video. Nice one, Mike. Alright, gotta go one more. I'm starting to really dig this. Starting to come into a level of comfort with the Toyota. And in spite of myself, a level of comfort and enjoyment with Brands Hatch. Hardly my best corner. It's alright. Yeah, Sector 1, definitely not my favorite. Especially this corner. Alright, one more time through Sector 2 with the fast corners here in this Toyota BTCC. And I'll just start to give my final thoughts here. Really nicely done. My Studio 397 and team. Cars feel great. Tracks look amazing. I would recommend this to anyone who sort of wants to fill the gap of having a sort of mid-performance tin top car. Because oh, pit limiter? What did I just do? Oh, threw away a good lap is what I did. Anyway, in spite of what I just did there, really great cars. I'm having a good time driving them. And again, fantastic looking tracks. They really nailed, especially Donington, but here at Brands too, it looks great. So yeah, these will be available to you on the 9th of May, and prices I'll drop in the description below. And yeah, enjoy them, guys, if you choose to buy them. Thanks for watching, and thank you to Studio 397 for sending these preview keys through. And I'll see you guys next time.